Now, listen, you guys, Miss Deb was out there basically talking about how Nicki Minaj made it difficult for her to work with some other female rappers. And we're going to be talking about how her panelists came in swinging for Nicki Minaj and putting Doja Cat on a pedestal, okay? We're also going to be discussing about Chris Brown getting stuck up there whilst he was performing, as well as this entire Tyler situation that has people in a frenzy. Okay, Remy Ma was out there throwing a Cinderella party, and I'm like, that's interesting. Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing, and without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, we are going to talk about Nicki Minaj and Miss Deb, okay? Miss Deb has got a new show that is showing on WeTV, and in that particular show, she was expressing how Nicki Minaj has made it, difficult for her to work with some other female rappers because she has set the standard too high, the bar has been set too high. And now, she's basically saying that each time a female rapper comes in wanting to work with her, she holds that female rapper to Nicki Minaj standards, okay? And I honestly do not blame her because at the end of the day, that woman's work ethic, her pen game, animations are cherry on top for Nicki Minaj, okay? It's actually her work ethic and also her pen game. And she's a smart woman, okay? And a combination of that together with the animations and together how theatric she is, of course, that's why she has managed to create this image, this brand that no one can replicate, okay? So, honestly speaking, I don't blame Miss Deb for feeling the way that she feels, okay? So, I'm just going to insert what Miss Deb had to say, and then we'll get back to this particular conversation, okay?
Made it very difficult for me. Nicki made it very difficult for me to work with females. She said, you know what? It's not about my looks. It's not about who I know. It's about who wanted. And I wanted the most, you lunatic. And I said, well then come on and let's get to work. What I'm looking for today is real rappers. I want to see that you have bars. You cannot appear in front of me talking about sex. I want people to get into you, not into imagining.
Well, there you heard what the woman had to say. Now, it seems like whilst Miss Deb was out there, praising Nicki Minaj, some other people felt some type of way, including this woman who I want to believe is a non-fictor, and her name is Titi Torres, okay, and she is one of the panelists on Miss Deb's show, the Deb's House, and she was out there, basically talking down on Nicki Minaj, and this came after, somebody was saying that Nicki Minaj is their favorite rapper, and they were like, oh, who are your top 5 MCs? And somebody said, and this girl said, Nicki Minaj, and then this woman said, why? And then this girl said, oh, well, because she's animated. And this woman came in, okay, for this girl together with Nicki Minaj, in my own opinion, because she started saying, oh my goodness, being animated is not enough, it's overdone, oh my goodness, and it's the easiest thing to do, anybody can be animated. She said a lot of things, and then she ended up saying that, well, if you you want to hold on to animation and I would put you side to side with Doja Cat, she would eat you up and things like that. And of course people started saying that, oh my goodness, what exactly are you being shady for? Okay, and she even said that, well, that's a one-trick pony, it's effing easy to do. That this is what this woman said. Okay, so some fans started feeling like she was downplaying Nicki Minaj impact, what she has done, and trying to make it seem like it's easy being Nicki Minaj. Okay, and I think over the years we all have gathered that it is not easy being Nicki Minaj. It's not something that you can just wake up and do, because if it were that easy, we would have 1,000 Nicki Minaj's out there, but we don't. Okay, tell me somebody who has been able to be at the top of the game since she came in until even up to now, 17 years into the game. This woman has been able to dominate female rap, and then this girl, woman, whatever, wants to come out here and say that, well, it's so easy to be that. Okay, and people also started commenting the fact that, well, she gave Doja Cat as an example of a true lyricist of true talent, and everybody knows that Doja was inspired by Nicki Minaj. She herself even said it. I mean, if you listen to Doja Cat's songs, you can tell that she was definitely inspired by Nicki Minaj. So it's kind of weird that she came in and was able to give Doja Cat her flowers at the same time downplaying Nicki Minaj. Okay, so yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. I will obviously insert a snippet of that, but at the same time, some people were interpreting it as if, she was just trying to say that animations alone are not enough. But I'm like, well, if this girl mentioned Nicki Minaj, this woman, if she didn't want to be shady, she could have said that, well, Nicki Minaj is animated, but at the same time, she's talented. She made it seem like Doja Cat's pen is better than Nicki Minaj's pen. Doja Cat's talent is better than Nicki Minaj's talent. That's how she made it seem like. Because if she was just trying to put across the message that you also need talent and lyrics, she could have given Nicki as an example. So honestly speaking, it's either the editing team played with this entire situation, or she knew what she was doing and she was trying to get a viral moment or something like that. So let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Let me just quickly insert
when it comes to
a
rapping.
snippet
Like
of
your
that.
bars, your punchlines, all of that is just soft. It ain't it.
Right.
Who are your top 3 female MCs of all time?
Nicki.
And why?
Because she's so animated. I love being animated.
So you want to be an animated rapper?
Yes.
You wanna be like,
Really more like and then
but you do know that is a one-trick pony, right?
an animated rapper.
An animated rapper is a one-trick pony that do not have sustainability in the music business.
Okay.
And that annoys the fuck out of me because it's fucking easy to do. I think you need a lot of work when it comes to rapping. Like your bars, your punchlines, all of that is just soft. It ain't it.
Right.
Who are your top 3 female MCs of all time?
Nicki.
And why?
Because she's so animated. I love being animated.
So you
Well, there you had it, you guys. Okay, just when you think that it's enough, Maria Lynn. I'm sorry, I was saying Maria the scientist. No, it's Maria Lynn. Okay, Maria Lynn then came in and said, "Titi, I fear you ate her up, sis-ish, because we all know who my favorite rapper is at Remy Ma." Okay, and I'm just like, Maria Lynn. Okay, do your thing. We don't care about you, non-factor. Let's move on to another thing. Okay, the next thing that we're gonna be talking about, you guys, we're gonna be talking about Chris Brown. So it does seem like whilst he was performing at one of his shows, got stuck up there, and he was actually very mad at the team, and it's the showmanship that I saw when he was performing. Okay, he was stuck there, you could see that he wanted to get down and started unbuckling himself, but at the same time the show kept on going and he kept on singing. And I looked at that, and honestly speaking, my key takeaway from that entire situation is his ability to hold stuff down even when things are going south, and his ability to show showmanship even when things are not looking good. Okay, so for that reason, honestly, I was super impressed, and people were making jokes saying that, well, the better he got, the better he started sounding, even when it comes to the vocals and singing and things like that. So let me know, you guys, in the comment section, did you see that video of Chris Brown getting stuck up there? Okay, now the next thing that we're going to be talking about, you guys, Loci way. Okay, I saw something on the internet about how Nicki Minaj has impacted the brand Loci since they basically launched these sneakers together. Well, it is actually being reported by Footwear News that over 1.3 million people were on the official Loci website trying to purchase Nicki Minaj's collection during its first launch. Okay, and this basically caused the site to crash in minutes, and I think we did witness this happening in real time. So this just goes to show the impact that Nicki Minaj and the fan base have when it comes to these products. All right, now the next thing that we're going to be talking about, you guys, Remy Ma. It seems like Remy Ma was out there throwing herself, a party, and she decided to call it Ram Derela. Okay, and obviously that is being received with mixed feelings, with some people feeling like, well, the theme is a little bit, too grown for her, and for the person that she has tried to make herself seem like, of course, people feel some type of way because she has made it seem like, oh, she's too grown for doing certain things and stuff like that. So her coming out and having a Cinderella, like a literal fairy party, obviously has some people questioning her. So let me know in the comment section what you think about the concept of Rem Dele. Did I say that? Did I say that? Did I say that? Remderella, okay? I got it right this time. So yeah, let me know what you think about that, you guys, in the comment section. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, I'm keeping the best for last, okay? Because the last subject that we're going to talk about, I will talk about it in the end because it's got the capacity to have us fighting in the comment section, okay? And the next thing that we're going to be talking about, Jatavia was not feeling people coming for her hair, coming for her makeup, coming for her dress, and she decided to take to a platform to basically express how people would never be able to end world hunger because they were so mean, okay? And so obviously people were annoyed by that. People were like, you're the ultimate mean person. How dare you come out here talking about being mean when you're the face of being mean and things like, people get, waked up a lot when it comes to Jatavia. People don't really like people who can't stand up for themselves. And so a lot of, black women come for Jatavia because she's able to call BS for BS, and a lot of people don't like you when you're like that. So I'm just gonna insert what JT had to say, and you guys let me know. And she was also in the shade room comment section clapping the F back. I saw that and I was like, Jatavia is not the one to play with, okay? She's not going to be above anything. She will address you the F up, okay?
Guys are so mean. It's literally so sad. I mean, like we never gonna heal world hunger or nothing with y'all motherfuckers on earth because y'all literally so mean. You guys are so mean. It's literally so sad. I mean, like we never gonna heal world hunger or nothing with y'all motherfuckers on earth because y'all literally so mean.
Anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, and I guess this is the reason why I have not been able to put out a video when I should have put it up, because it's really stressing me out. This issue is stressing me out. I've got an entire migraine because of that. Oh my goodness, I'm so sad. You guys, I'm just kidding. No, I just have my regular migraine. But anyway, there has been commotion on Twitter there, and it's South Africans versus Americans. And I woke up and I'm like, what happened? Where is this stemming from? So basically, this is stemming from the Tyla interview. Tyla went to the Breakfast Club and refused to answer a question pertaining to who she identifies as. Okay, and this came after Charlamagne the God asked her, like, can you tell us a little bit more about how you identify as a colored South African? Okay, and the girl said, I'm not gonna do this today, not today. I'm not gonna set myself, on fire for nothing. And so she looked back, at her PR team to basically ask, like, okay, I thought we agreed that we're not gonna talk about this. Why is it happening? And they told Charlamagne that, yeah, we're not gonna do this. Okay, and a little big story for some of you who may not know what exactly is happening. So when Tyla first came to the US, she was basically saying, oh, I identify as a colored South African. And boy, oh boy, that caused massive commotion. Okay, I remember when it happened, people started cussing her out and things like that. Some people started saying, oh, you're ashamed of being black and things like that. And it became a huge thing. Okay, so I understand Tyla not wanting to address this entire situation because before now it happened. Okay, and I have come to accept that this is a subject that we all may not agree on, and that is totally fine. Okay, and so that being said, you could also tell from the way that Charlamagne was asking her that it wasn't coming from a point of wanting to learn, but it was coming from a point where, that thing when somebody asks you something, but they already have an answer that they deem right. Okay, in quotes. They, like, if somebody asks you something, but you can tell it's not like they want to learn. They actually want to make a mockery of what you're going to say. And regardless of what you say, they will have something to attack you back with or to argue with you to make you seem like you're ignorant, that you don't know what you're talking about. And this is exactly the vibe that I got from Charlemagne, if I'm gonna be honest. The way he was, his tone, his mannerisms, you could tell that it's coming from a condescending place. Okay. And so Tyla, in my own opinion, I feel like she did the right thing by avoiding that question, because to be honest, she was doomed if she did say that she was black, doomed if she did say that she was colored, because this entire concept, honestly speaking, is contextual depending on where you grew up. And I feel like if we all come to the acceptance of that, we will not have any issues with each other. Okay. Because right now I don't even know if I should dig deep into that entire conversation, because the reception already, I feel like we're at a point where regardless of what one person may say, the other party is obviously listening to argue. And when it comes to a point where you're now listening to each other just to form an argument and not to learn, then everything becomes redundant. Okay. And let me just also explain something. Like a lot of Africans really, the black or white thing or white tea thing, it's really not a conversation that's like who do you identify as. It's more like people identify more with their tribes than their other word. Okay. So you will see somebody saying, oh, I'm Zulu, or I'm this, or do you understand? It's a tribe thing. Do you understand? So now when people are identifying themselves by their tribes, or I'm Zulu, you go to Kenya, they've got the Maasai people, they've got the Kikuyu people, and that's how they identify. It's because majority of people in Africa are black. So then after that being black, there's also like different tribes. So you'll find that most people identify with those different tribes. So in South Africa, if somebody says, oh, I'm Zulu, or the other person says I'm like whatever other tribe, Tyla is left with no tribe to claim. At the same time, she cannot say that I'm YT. So then colored becomes something that she identifies with, that then helps her explain to people who she is. Honestly speaking, this this is a very complex issue. This is a very complicated issue, and I feel like it's hard to understand if you are not if you're also not living like if you're not. This is hard to explain, you guys, but all I want to say is, honestly speaking, I don't think that she said that as a way of avoiding to claim her blackness. Okay. If you would want to learn more about this, you can also listen to some Trevor Noah, some of his stand-up comedies. He explains about how he has always wanted to identify as black, and he felt like the safe space, the people that would give him that identity would be coming to America. So you might want to watch that. That may give you perspective of where Taylor is coming from, because here's the thing now, the color thing, in as far as Taylor is concerned, it's not just like a YT person being together with a black person. It's not like that. That's not the situation. Like, there's an entire, I don't want to call them a tribe, but they are like, there's an entire group of people that procreate sometimes on their own. A person who identifies as colored procreates with a person who identifies with colored, and the child that they give birth to then begins to identify as colored. Do you get what I'm saying? So, excuse me. So honestly, with this entire thing, I feel like it's a very complicated conversation, and it's one that will, and at the end of the day, if we're not careful about it, it will get us to a point where we begin to fight amongst each other instead of actually, because the things that I've been seeing on Twitter are very, from both ends really, are really very, they're very concerning. Do you understand what I'm saying? It almost seems like there's somebody who's setting us up to fight with each other like this, because it's not real. Like the things that I was seeing on Twitter, the condescending things that people were saying about each other, to me is insane. With some people resorting to talk about, oh, you guys, that's why you were colonized, and another person comes in, that's why you were sold as S's, and I'm like the S word, and I'm like, oh my goodness, is this what we're supposed to be doing? Like, why are we condemning each other? And the real culprits right now are sitting out here and literally laughing at us and looking at us like, oh, look at them. They're fighting each other. Do you understand? Because when you look at all those things or experiences that were being used as insults in these arguments, these are things that a certain group of people did to both us. Do you know? African Americans and Africans, we were done these things by these people. And the fact that, well, the battle all of a sudden is amongst us, it's insane to me. Okay, it's insane what I saw on Twitter today. I just could not believe it. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, obviously, what you think about that. But personally, I got to a point where I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I really couldn't believe it. And I'm just imagining a white person scrolling through Twitter and seeing us going at each other like this. I'm like, oh my God, this is so sad. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. And thank you very much for watching. We are at 14,000 subscribers, you guys. I could not thank you enough. Thank you so much. And until my next one, see you.